Hey Spectrum, Arik and Natalie here with some noise for this week.
Let's jump right into announcements. As you probably know, our Snow Days event is going on this week. Make sure to dress up. More on that, our commercial crew.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. I gotta hurry.
Hurry? For what?
For the Winter Boogie Showdown. Duh.
Before I even question what you just said, what are you wearing?
Well, you see, my plaid represents PG Day for Monday, and my A represents Initial Day for Tuesday. My pink represents Pink Day for Wednesday. Gotta wear pink on a Wednesday, am I right? And Friday, we got green, white, black, and rainbow, in that order for students and staff of every grade.
But wouldn't you have to wear Spirit Week every day of the week to be able to win a prize?
Usually, Spectrum is pretty lenient on someone who procrastinates. Anyway, I've gotta go. Catch you on the flippity flip.
Wait, isn't the dance on the 29th? And he's gone. Isn't it Tuesday?
Thank you, commercial crew. After the school week, we have the Snow Days dance. It's glow-in-the-dark theme, and tickets will be $5 prior and $7 at the door. It will take place from 8 to 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 29th, in the high school gym. Be there or be square.
Fun fact about squares. Squares are rectangles, but rectangles aren't squares.
Wow.
But you know what is a rectangle? The yearbook.
You're right! We have a story on that. Take it away, Ruby and Ellie.
It's more than just the book. It's about the people that are creating the book and the people in our school.
What is the book that we get at the end of every school year? If you thought about the yearbook, you're correct. While many people are excited to receive their yearbooks at the end of the year, not many people know what goes on behind the scenes.
The best part of yearbook, is really hard to pick. I'd say the best thing is the community. I love the people and I love working with so many creative individuals from freshman to senior. It is so cool to see them grow and learn and develop, and honestly, we're just such a family.
I love my editor buddies, and we get along and we have fun. We get a lot of work done and we're all super committed to the book, and I love my staff and our staff and just how creative they are and detail oriented, and it's amazing to work with each and every one of them.
I really like the family aspect of Yearbook. We all are very close with each other. We're a small family. We're always there for each other.
Just like everyone else at the end of 8th grade, the editors chose their classes and made the decision to join Yearbook, and the rest is history.
I've been on the yearbook for a very long time. I started freshman year as a staffer, and that year I applied to be editor, and I've been on the editorial staff ever since. So sophomore year, I was the design editor, designed every page, the cover and everything. And then the last 2 years, my junior and senior year, I have been the editor-in-chief of our book.
I joined Yearbook my freshman year, and I decided to join Yearbook because I wanted to learn more about taking photos and just knowing Spectrum as a whole. And then I just liked it a lot, and then I ended up becoming editor, and now I'm editor-in-chief, so it was a good idea. There was a group of people that kind of came into my 8th grade advisory, and they were kind of really excited about Yearbook, and it's something that I've kind of always wanted to try. I've always wanted to work in photography and learn more about it, and in design, and I seem to have a lot of the kind of the skill set for the class, so it just seemed like a natural response just to choose that class.
For soon-to-be freshmen that have an interest in photography, this may be the class for you.
My advice would just have fun with it. Yearbook is definitely a fun class, but it's also very hardworking, and you need to be working 24/7 on it. Yearbook it's a really hard book to make.
I would love for more students to join Yearbook. It is my last year, and truly it has been my favorite class all 4 years of high school. It makes me feel creative. It gives me a creative outlet, but it also, feel like I have so many different friends of so many different ages, and the experience that I've gotten is just out of this world. I've learned to be a leader, and I've learned to think creatively, and I've learned, how to design and how to use InDesign. And it's so much more than just working on the book itself. Like, so many just personal skills that you gain through the class. I think that's what's most special about Yearbook, is that, it's more than just the book. It's about the people that are creating the book and the people in our school.
This has been Ruby and Ellie, Noise News.
Join Yearbook. Join Yearbook. It's really fun.
Join Yearbook.
Yearbook rocks!
Awesome story, guys. Looking in the yearbook and seeing all the seniors who won't be at Spectrum next year makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're really gonna miss them, but they're not leaving without their individual legacies, especially their senior capstone projects.
Oh yeah, Emma and I prepared a story about that. We should hand it off to us.
A few weeks ago, you might have noticed there was no bells. There was some rearranged classrooms, and all of the rooms in the CCC were reserved. And maybe you noticed that seniors were all dressed up. This was all for senior presentations. But for those who aren't seniors, what is a senior presentation?
So basically, all semester you're working on different portions of the Senior Capstone project. So first you're going to work on your awareness campaign, which is going to be something that you do for like an organization. So I made a commercial for a theater, advertising for them. And then you're going to write a reflection paper, which talks about some area of growth over high school. And then you're going to put all that together, and then you put that into your presentation, and you present it to the judges.
Senior presentations are just documenting everything you've done in Senior Capstone, whether that's write a paper, a legacy project, or an awareness campaign, and just putting all of that into your presentation to show what you've accomplished.
A lot of prep, time, and energy goes into everyone's project, but the actual presentation is just a portion of the project in the Senior Capstone class.
Yeah, you have a lot of time in class to present with your peers, and they critique you, sometimes they grade you, and you get just a lot of opportunities to rehearse your speech and also just get your material down and modify it along the way so that you can reach all the different goals in the rubric.
So for the first portion of the semester, we wrote a reflection paper just to reflect on how we've grown throughout high school. And about like the middle-ish portion of the semester, we contacted an organization that we want to work with, and we made like an awareness video or an awareness brochure or a social media page just to help spread awareness for their cause and to be helpful. And you could also do volunteer hours or create a drive, again, just to be helpful. And then you would work on your presentation after doing both of those two things and just, create your presentation.
The presentation is still very important, and senior presentation days can be very stressful, but most say it's not as scary as it seems.
The funny thing about my speech is that I went first in my class, so my day of speaking was actually pretty short. So I got to the school in my suit and tie, and I just went to the College and Career Center. I talked to Miss Mayer there, and then she was texting with Mrs. Crest, and then they sent me up to the presentation room. That's really about it.
It was actually pretty fun, and I didn't really stumble over my words at all, which was nice, except for I completely stumbled over my closing sentence. Probably wasn't understandable English, but it's fine.
I was super nervous sitting in the chair about 10 or 15 minutes before I went up there and presented. But as soon as I walked into the room, I felt really confident and I knew I was going to nail it. And I did.
Of course, the seniors couldn't have done it without the help of some very special people.
Yeah, when the seniors were scheduled to come into the room, I would test their technology by hooking everything up and showing them what they needed to do, walking them through the steps and the processes involved in that, and just kind of putting them at ease. And then Mrs. Crest and I used a Google spreadsheet to communicate, and I would turn the spreadsheet gray, indicating that the student was in the building and ready to go, and Mrs. Crest would turn that to bright green when she was ready for them and the judges were ready. And I'd walk the seniors up there, giving them their final words of encouragement before they went in and tested or did their presentations.
There wasn't just teachers helping out either.
Big shout out to Mrs. Danmeyer who got the volunteer parents to come and sit with the seniors and all the food spread as well.
Remember to congratulate the seniors on finishing their
Pretty
presentations.
fun stuff. But yeah, I'm really proud of the class of 2022. Everyone did a really good job. So.
This has been Emma and Natalie, Noise News.
Thank you, Emma, and thank you, Natalie.
Yes, our seniors worked so hard on their projects and presentations. You know who else works hard? Our Spectrum athletes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's send it over to Ethan with the sports.
Hello, Spectrum. I'm your host, Ethan, and I'm back with the sports. On Tuesday, January 25th, the boys basketball C, JV, varsity, and girls JV and varsity teams both have games against West Lutheran. Also, the high kick dance varsity team has a meet against various schools. Good luck. On Thursday, January 27th, the boys and girls alpine skiing varsity teams both have a game at Trollhagen. Have fun! Afterwards, there will be a varsity wrestling match against multiple schools. And to finish the night, the girls' middle school black team will be facing Lesser Prairie. Good luck, all Spectrum athletes. Go Sting!
Thanks, Ethan. Well, Spectrum, that's all the news we have for you this week. This has been Natalie.
And Arik.
Keeping you in on the noise.
Oh yeah.